Hi there, Natasha Wilkinson here, Independent Sensory Consultant from Mount Isa, Australia. Now, we are slowly going through our new catalogue, talking about the new scents. So, today I am going to talk to you about our fruity section of the catalogue and discuss the fruity scents that will be in the catalogue for the new season, new ones, returning ones that are continuing over from our old catalogue. I will give you my top 3 picks, my top 6 picks, and we will briefly discuss what didn't make it back from our last spring summer catalogue. So let's begin, shall we? The first one I actually have a partial bar of. I have warmed 2 cubes, and this was originally a limited time offer last year. In our last harvest collection, we had a 3-pack which you were able to purchase of apple type scents. We had apple picking, which was my favorite. We had pie oh my, and we had this particular one which has now made it into our new catalogue, which is apple berry. It's this gorgeous red coloured wax. I do have the little tester as well, but when I have a bar available, I can smell a lot more of those scent notes and give you a better impression on my thoughts. And as I said, I've already warmed 2 cubes, and I did warm a few more bars when we had it in the harvest collection, so I'm able to give you my full thoughts on this particular bar. So this one is apple berry. Before we begin, actually, I will read you what Scentsy described their fruity section as. Ripe, fresh, squeezed, and always sweet. Includes notes like pineapple, peach, strawberry, and apple. So we're basically looking for scents that contain some type of fruit in it. So appleberry, a barrel full of fresh picked crimson apples complemented by cranberry and pomegranate, is very, very good. So I don't know that I'm picking up a particular berry when I smell this. To me, it's a melody of berries, but it's a melody of not the tart berries. It's a melody of those crisper, wintry berries like your pomegranate, like your cranberry. It does have a tartness, but that apple really sweetens this. It's quite a bright berry scent, if that makes sense, as well as being sweet, even though it has tart berries in it. I get a fruit punchy type note out of this, but with a darker tartar berry when I warm this. It wasn't my favorite out of the 3-pack collection in the harvest. This was probably my least favorite one, only because it's not that I didn't like it, and I just kind of found it a generic fruit punchy type smell that I could get with other scents. So it just wasn't one that I hated. It wasn't one that I liked. It was just kind of mediocre to me and very generic, this particular one. But it came back into the colour because a lot of people liked it, and I think a lot of people liked it. Out of the 3 in the harvest collection, it was the one that didn't have any spice, cinnamon notes to it. So a lot of people, you either love your spice notes or you don't love your spice notes. So this kind of spoke to those people that just like fruity, no spice, but it's a winter fruity note, I guess. So the next one is apricot vanilla. It is a peachy colour. Heirloom peach, apricot and vanilla ice cream, tempt fate and everyone else's. One of Heidi's favourites. So Heidi's one of the CEOs and owners of Scentsy. So you definitely pick up a peach in this, but it's not like the peach in Plumeria peach. It's more like a candy sugared peach, and I think that vanilla's making it more candy and sugary and a little bit citrusy and bright. compared to Plumeria Peach, which is your fruit, peach skin and softer. This is very brighter, more candy-like when I smell this. I actually haven't warmed a bar of it yet, so I'd be interested to actually pick up a bar. This is one that I'd probably be interested in trying. Next one is Aussie Plum, a melange of juicy plum, pink grapefruit and tart pomegranate with smooth vanilla. So it's a sweet plum. It's kind of like sweet plum pastry, but more fruity without that darker, deeper roasted note. It's like the juice of the plum, and then you've got the brightness of the grapefruit in this, adding that sweeter note to it. The next one, I also have a bar of. It was in my Scentsy Club for a while. I did end up taking it out. It was in my Scentsy Club for my son, and this was also originally a limited time only release, and it was a limited time release that came with a 3-pack in our Christmas collection. So the Christmas collection came with Feeling Pine and Happy Holidays, which were tree-like scents, and then a winterberry scent, which was popular enough to make it in the catalogue. As I said, was in my Scentsy Club for a while, did end up taking it out, and that is Berry Blessed. And it is soft vanilla and cranberry sprinkled with sparkling sugar is pure bliss. So this, when my son smells this, he calls it the candy scent. He's picked up a lot of American words from a teacher from America that he had for 3 years straight. So here in Australia, we would say lolly, but he calls lollies candy because he's picked that up from. But at school with his teacher, and there's a few other words that he will say that are more American pronounced to what we would say here in Australia, but that's okay. So this is a like deep berry scent, very sweet and tart at the same time. So I think the vanilla's kind of rounding it out, giving it that sweetness and adding to that tart berry note that you get with this. I like this a lot more on warming than I do on cold, but it's not one that I would typically gravitate to. It's more a berry scent I would probably warm in the winter than in the summer, but it's one my son enjoys to warm, so it's why we have a few on hand for him. Very blessed. So the next one I also have a bar of, and that is Berry Bright, and it is blue raspberry and fresh clementine, light the way to sweet sugared plum. So it's a sweet blueberry kind of bubblegummy type smell to me. You definitely get the bright blueberries and the sweet berries. This is one I like to warm in my daughter's room. I like to find sweet, bright, bubbly scents for her. So that's where this one normally gets warmed. That's Berry Bright. So the next one is Berry Fairy Tale. It is this red coloured wax, and it is Sweet Dreams are made of pineapple, slices, star apple and raspberry. So this is to me another fruit punchy type scent. I haven't actually warmed it, but it's got like a, not effervescent note, but there's like a brightness behind this, which I think's the pineapple. It's adding like this punch to it. Very fruity, very fruit punchy, with an emphasis a bit on the pineapple, because I'm smelling that pineapple through a bright punch type note. So the next one is black raspberry and vanilla. Delicious sun sweetened dark berries, warm vanilla. So this is like a sweet dark berry. And this particular scent is actually good if you've got a lot of residue in your warmers and helping to clean that residue off. I've never tried it myself, but I've had many people swear there's something in black raspberry and vanilla that helps to warm those warmers. Excuse the cat's butt in the windowsill. He sounds like he's up to no good there. So if you're after a darker, deeper berry, but still want the sweetness and the softness of vanilla, go for black raspberry and vanilla. So the next one we do have a bar of, because it is one of the new ones, and that is blackberry and sandalwood. Dark plum, blackberry and wild rhubarb stirred with sandalwood showcase Earth's richest offerings. Getting a bit tongue-tied there. So this is to me like a deeper, softer version of black raspberry and vanilla. The sandalwood is really shining through here, making it more of a darker, richer berry scent, and kind of comforting and soft at the same time. I haven't warmed it yet because I'm leaving them to cure a bit, because I did see, I think it was on Cashmere and Corduroy, a pour date, and they're not even a month old yet. And a lot of these new ones I'm smelling them to be quite light. So I'm wondering if I leave them for a little bit to let the oils sit and rest and cure a bit, if it will make a difference to their performance. But it is one I am really interested in trying. So the next one, I have tried a bar of this before. It was new in our last spring summer catalogue, and that is chili mango. Just sliced mango and juicy peach go a little rogue with a sassy hint of chili. So this to me smelt like I was cooking mangoes on a stove. You got that fresh, ripe mango. To me, and then that chili kind of added like this stewed type mango, or a mango that might, because we have, if I turn the phone just a little bit, that big tree there is our mango tree. And I know at Christmas time it gets abundant in mangoes. If some of them have fallen on the ground and left in the sun, or fallen on our shed roof and left in the sun, it gets like this heated mango smell. And that kind of what this reminds me of when I was warming this, like the fresh mangoes off the tree, but the sun's hit them just a little too much, and some have let go a little too much. The next one, I think that would have been nice without the chili in it. The next one, Cloudberry Dreams. Sweet raspberry and a whisper of rose soar through billowy bursts of peach and vanilla. So this to me, I would have actually put it in the floral over the fruity, because I actually smell that whisper of rose before I smell the raspberry, peach and vanilla. I smell the rose petals, and then I smell this vanilla in the background and a berry note on the back end. But that's just the way my nose picks up. Some other people's nose may pick up the fruit notes before the rose, but I'm smelling the rose in this. I'm loving it, don't get me wrong, I love rose scents, but that's the first thing I smell when I smell Cloudberry Dreams. So the next one is coconut, coast and seagrass, and that is this blue coloured wax. Sweet beach coconut and botanical seagrass mingle over a perfect stretch of warm sand. So I smell coconut. A slight sweetness maybe in the background, but predominantly coconut, very pretty. If you're after something tropical, coconut, coast and seagrass would be a good choice. Haven't actually warmed one of them, so I can't give you a warming opinion on that just yet. A lot of these I actually haven't warmed. I am going to try and do my challenge of getting through and warming all of these. I'll have to go through and mark them and my thoughts as I go. But my problem is my Scentsy Club is so big, and that's where I store my scents that I really love, and I'm forever picking up and warming my scents from my Scentsy Club. So I am going to make an effort through the season to pick up ones I haven't tried, just to expand my thoughts on some of these. The next one, dragon fruit and lychee. Succulent pineapple and a splash of coconut water over a touch of warm, creamy vanilla. So again, to me, this is another fruit punchy type scent. It's a little bit more tartar than the sweeter fruit punchy type scents, and I do find lychee and dragon fruit can be on the tartar side. So the next one, Go-Go Mango. This is another one my son enjoys. Juicy mango and melon garnished with hibiscus and sweet banana flower. So this is very tropical. When we warmed this, it's a really sweet mango. Out of the mango scents, I actually prefer this over chili mango. That banana flower and the hibiscus kind of adds a tropical sweet note to this one, but it is very pretty. The next one I have a bar of jeweled pomegranate. This was a scent of the month, I think November last year. Shimmering pomegranate sparkles with sugared mandarin and a twinkle of cinnamon. So I don't find this over heavily in the cinnamon, and I enjoy this a lot more than I did Perfectly Pomegranate. It's got a darker pomegranate note compared to that candy pomegranate note. So again, this is kind of a wintry scent for me. You've got it's not got the sweetness that some of the other pomegranate notes tend to add in it. This has got more of the tart pomegranate scents about it. The next one, My Hello Coconut. Paradise is only a whiff away with floral Hawaiian lei and violet over fresh fruity pineapple and coconut. So I'm getting none of that. I'm getting aquatic. I'm getting a fresh aquatic note. I'm getting no violet, no pineapple, no coconut. I'm just picking up a fresh aquatic note with this one. Whether my nose goes rogue on this one, I don't know. If any of you have tried my Hello Coconut, tell me what you smell. But I smell powdery, fresh aquatic. That's what I smell with my Hello Coconut. So the next one, Pineapple Pucker. Fresh pineapple steals the show in this eye-opening tropical production. And it's pineapple. Kind of if you've cut open a pineapple and all you can smell is pineapple. It's a pineapple, to me, that's on the tartar side, not quite sweetened or without any sugared additives as well when I smell this one. So that's what I smell when I smell Pineapple Pucker. The next one I have a bar of Pomegranate Prosecco. Delicate rosé berry and pomegranate add an effervescent splash to a flute of pink Prosecco. So this was the one that I got a dry white wine from, with that bit of effervescent note too when I smelt it in our new Sensitifs, because it is the new one. It does have like a celebrational wine, champagne type smell about it. The next one, red pear and pomegranate. Sweet tart notes of pomegranate and rhubarb are polished by a crisp, energized red pear. So this is another fruit punch to me. Reminded me a little bit of dazzling pomegranate, but without that effervescent pop and spring to it. Just a bright fruit punchy type note. Next one I had a bar of, as it was a new scent, and that was scarlet sunflower, juicy apple and a hint of red cranberry are brightened by scarlet. Okay, the phone dropped off, so let's see if we can get through this. I've deleted some things on my phone, hoping to have some more room. It's saying I'm talking too much. So we were talking about scarlet sunflower, juicy apple and a hint of red cranberry are brightened by scarlet sunflower turning to face the sun. So I would have put this more in the floral category personally myself, as I'm picking up the sunflower predominantly. I'm not picking up the apple. I think I'm picking up more of the cranberry. I'm picking up a tart fruit, I think, which is why I'm picking up the apple. It's kind of bright and green at the same time to me. And when I smell this, it's falling between sun-soaked petals, which I did not like at all, and Here Comes the Sunflowers, which I really loved. So I'd be interested to warm this to see whether it goes in the I like or I don't like spectrum. I'm not going to know till I warm it, because at the moment it's sitting somewhere between, as I said, a scent I don't like and a scent I do like. The next one, sea salt and avocado. You Do You by Pink Sea Salt, Valencia Orange and Creamy Avocado keep your spirit in flight. So you pick up the sea salt and then you pick up the sweetness from the Valencia Orange. It's kind of creamy and tart and sweet at the same time. It's really interesting, and one that I think I need to warm to actually gauge an opinion on whether it's one I would like or one I would not. The thing with me, I find some scents I think I'm not going to like, I warm and I fall in love with. Another scents I think I really, really like, I warm and I'm like, yeah, don't like it. So that can happen sometimes in my warming process, and sometimes what I smell and what I thought I smell on cold is the same in warming. So you just really never know till you warm a scent. The next one, Shimmer. Sweet cherries, velvety apricots and sensual white musk crowned with a tiara of shimmery spun sugar. So to me, this is a dupe of white musk from the Body Shop. Growing up at school, and I've said this story a few times, if you're regular watchers, the Body Shop was all the rage, and Shimmer to us was a luxury product as a teen, not Shimmer, and white musk to us was a luxury product as a teenager. I mean, it's not exactly a luxury product. It's like any other product, but it's not one that's unaffordable. It is quite affordable, and it's beautiful. But as teenagers, we thought it was we thought it was luxurious, and this takes me back to the white musk days, because that's what I smell. I'm picking up that white musk and the sweetness from the sugar and cherries and apricots. It's really beautiful. I actually need to pick up a bar and warm it. I love this in our body products. I've used it in our body products. I just haven't used the actual bar. The next one, strawberry and rock melon. Rock melon and strawberry jam and a whisper of hibiscus shape a sweet, sunny fragrance. So this to me is rock melon. I'm not picking up the strawberry, I'm picking up a juicy, sweet rock melon that's just being cut open. And that's what I smell when I smell this one. The next one, watermelon and tangerine. Sweet watermelon slices spiked with juicy tangerine and dewy greens. So this is another kind of melony one. When it warms very sweet. I pick up more the watermelon than I do the juicy tangerine and the dewy greens, but it does warm very sweet. So that's our fruity section that I have just gone through with you. So if I were to choose my top 3 fruity scents and do a bundle and save 3-pack, what would I want to pick up first? So I would definitely be picking up, even though I have a bar already, but I'll be definitely picking up another bar of Cloudberry Dreams. I absolutely love this, and I have been eyeing it off for the last 2 seasons in Region 1 when they had it, and I'm so glad it's finally come here. So that would be my number 1. My number 2, another new one, Blackberry and Sandalwood. I'm just loving the sandalwood mixed with the fruit in here. It's kind of comforting and fruity at the same time. I'm really loving that. So let's go number 3. I think I'm going to go Berry Bright for number 3. Something to warm in my daughter's room. It's sweet, it's bubbly, it's fruity, and we're talking about the fruity section, so I have to get something extra fruity. And when I think Berry Bright is kind of extra fruity. So that's my 3-pack. Now I want to make it a bundle and save 6-pack. So let's talk about what I would pick for the 6-pack. So this is where it can get quite difficult, because some I've tried, some I haven't, some I want to try, some to me are just generic. So Go-Go Mango, I know my son likes that, so I'm going to go number 4, Go-Go Mango, and it is one I like to use as a mixer too. If I have something that is overly green for me, I throw some cubes of Go-Go Mango in, and it kind of gives a more tropical vibe. So do I want to go something I've tried, or do I want to go something new? I'm thinking the next one I would pick up would be Apricot Vanilla in my bundle and 6-pack. It's one that smells nice in the tester, and I'd kind of like to give it a go. It's kind of sweet but zingy at the same time in this, so I'd be interested in trying that one. So that's number 5, and I'd probably pick up another pomegranate prosecco if I enjoyed this after warming it. Something punchy, something celebration-y if you want in a bit of a party mood. So that would be my probably 6-pack choice. And maybe an honourable mention to watermelon tangerine, because we are in our summer, and this is one I do like to warm in summer. It's got that sweet tropical vibe. So if I didn't go pomegranate prosecco, I probably would have gone watermelon tangerine. So that would be my choices for the fruity section, or my favourite go-tos. Now let's quickly delve into last year's spring summer catalogue, and we're going to go into the fruity section, and I'm going to briefly tell you what didn't make it back into our catalogue this season. So Lucky Starfruit didn't make it back. I do believe we still have some of that in our clearance section though. So if you liked Lucky Star Fruit, check out the clearance section. It may still be in there. So Prickly Pear and Agave has not made it back. So that is another one that did not make it back. Now, the next one that did not come back, and that was actually also in our last catalogue or our current catalogue. So to me, when something is in a catalogue and runs over to another catalogue, if it's not coming back into the new catalogue, it kind of to me is an indication they are getting ready to retire that. But that's my personal thoughts. I could be totally wrong. I'm not going to know if it's going to come back next spring, summer until next spring, summer. No one knows. But Strawberry Taffy will not be moving it over into this new catalogue. It is in our current catalogue, and it was in our last spring summer catalogue. So if you like that one, pop it in a Scentsy Club to always keep it or stock up on it now. Sweet Berry did not make it back. Very Merry Cranberry did not make it back. And I do believe both Sweet Berry and Very Merry Cranberry are currently still in our clearance section. So you might be able to pick up a few bars in our clearance section. And Vibin did not make it back. And I'm not sure if that's still in our clearance section or not. It was. So I do remember seeing those particular bars that did not make it back in our clearance section, or they're ones that are retiring in a couple of days' time. So they are the ones that did not make it back. So that is our little discussion on the fruity section of our catalogue. I hope you enjoyed this little video and are enjoying this walkthrough of what's coming to our new catalogue. So the next section we are going to focus on will be our citrus section. So this isn't a very long section. This isn't a very long section, the citrus section, so it won't be too long a video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to hit that like or subscribe button, that would greatly be appreciated. Until then, stay safe. Bye for now.